And we're back. Hi, everybody. It's Uncle Bruce here. We're back for the afternoon session here on Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to cover the last hour of the market today and the first hour of the aftermarket. See where the Dow and all the indexes want to take us here. Watching the Dow right now with an hour to go, we're up 136 points. We've got a 6-point gain on the S&P 500, and we have a 70-point drop right now on NASDAQ. So that's what we're doing. We've been up and down all day today. The Dow started up, went down, came up, went back, came up nicely, and now it's been sort of drifting along around this 34,300 to 400 range. New record was set today, new all-time high for the Dow. So this is right here, record territory. If the Dow closes here 143, it's a new record high close. Okay, so no complaints. We really can't complain about how the Dow is performing. S&P 500 up 6.7 points, near its all-time high. The Nasdaq is not at or right now close to its all-time high. It's within 5% or so, but the markets have done rather well. There's a lot of speculation going on right now about what's going to happen with the Biden jobs plan, the Biden infrastructure plan. What about how to pay for it? Will corporate tax rates be raised in the U.S.? If so, by how much? Will there be a capital gains tax? If so, how much? The Biden team keeps insisting that they're not looking to raise taxes on anyone making less than $400,000 a year. So, if any of you out there watching this show, whether you're whether you're employed by an employer or whether you're self-employed with your own entity, if you're not clearing more than 400,000 a year, not reporting 400,000 a year in earnings, you got nothing to worry about from the tax angle. It's those over that will see an increase. The question is how much, and well, we'll just see how it all works out. The market, of course, reacts to every little jittery thing. It's just the way the markets are. They're quite sensitive. That's the way the markets are programmed and worked out. So we'll see how the market wants to accept these kinds of numbers. It's now been weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of prepping and prepping and prepping. This information that's coming out here is no surprise to anybody. It's a question of just how bad is it going to be, if it's going to be bad. With the economy on a roll right now, with the amount of capital coming into the economy. And if this infrastructure program, if something like that can be structured and passed, and if it's a $400 billion a year deal for 5 years or 10 years or whatever it is, tremendous, a massive job instigator for America itself, the U.S. Fantastic earnings possibilities for a whole massive part of the U.S. economy. If the administration is successful and able to pass the infrastructure bill that includes the upgrade of Wi-Fi across all of America to a 4G, 5G level, that would be huge for America. The economic spin-off of that would be massive. It's one of those invisible things, though. You can't point at it. You can't go, oh, there's the highway right there. It goes right through this county line. These are towers and satellites, and it's all kind of just out there. But we depend on it. I mean, look, we trade on it, we communicate on it, we do business on these, and we're going to do a lot more if 5G is available across the all of North America, and of course Europe and the Western world. But I don't know. We'll see how this comes out. I kind of like the way the Biden people are selling this deal. They're just slowly but surely bringing out one point after another about expanding this, fixing roads, fixing bridges, fixing airports, fixing shipping ports, rail lines, communications, the electrical grid, the incredibly fragile American electrical grid. Absolute hodgepodge. What an absolute mess. That needs zillions of dollars to fix up. And then, of course, the conversion from coal to natural gas to wind to solar, and combine it all and make it all seamless and work. This is a huge leap forward, and it's a job creator like you cannot believe. It is a massive job creator. If you can get American homes with satellite with solar panels on them. You can get communities with solar farms. You can get you can get along the side of highways. You have solar panels like they do in Germany, for example, and then connect them to the grid. I mean, you are talking about a build out that will take decades, and will then these need to be maintained and kept on top of. Phenomenal job possibilities, and for the planet, you're burning less fuel. Good move. And if you can convince or find a way to have a lot of this product produced in the United States or produced in Canada and the U.S., Mexico, Canada, the U.S., so with free trade, all three countries, this would be a huge job creator on so many levels. It's just phenomenal. But it has to happen, and it has to be there. The problem, unfortunately, is that politicians work on a 24-month cycle. They get reelected every 2 years. Certain senators, every 2 years, certain senators come up for election, and congressmen every 2 years. And so it is a constant run for your life mentality, and not a lot gets done for the long term. Everything gets done for the short term. And there you have it. There's the USA. Canada, we have elections whenever we have elections. I mean, right now we're in a minority government. We have been now for 2 years at the precipice of an election at any moment in time. Any day, there can be a non-confidence vote in the House of Commons whenever they're sitting, and the government can fall, and then we have a 30-something day election campaign for the national government. We've been in this state for 2 years, and yet Canada just functions along like nothing's good. People don't even talk about it up here. We don't even care. We don't even care up here. We have enough on our plates just to stay healthy and just, do what we have to do to get by, and we're too busy working. I guess we don't have time to talk. We're too busy working. I'm a talker, of course, but I'm paid to talk. What can I say? But it's different up here. It's different in England. It's different in Germany. It's different in France. It's different everywhere. It just is what it is. But I do see how, when you travel, when you're allowed to travel again, head over to Deutschland sometime and take a look at Germany. When you fly into the airport in Berlin, it's kind of cool. Kind of coming down, from 30,000 feet to 10,000 feet. You're coming into final approach, and you've got about 5 minutes to see the countryside all around Berlin as you're coming in, all the farms and everything. I couldn't believe how many wind farms I would see in orchards, where cows are grazing, cattle is grazing, wind farms everywhere. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, it's just part of the landscape out there. It's no big deal. Wind turbines all over the place in Germany, like everywhere, and a huge percentage of the country's needs are coming from non-renewable, from renewable resource. Renewable from wind and solar. Incredible. The Dutch, the Danes, with the offshore wind farms, phenomenal. Just cutting edge. This could be done off the shore of Canada. It could be done off the shore of the United States. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of miles of coastline. Just a couple miles offshore, you can't see them because they're just the curvature of the earth. They're just over there. So much electricity can be generated just off our shores. You stand on the beach in Oregon and it's windy. Just coming in 5 miles offshore, you can have the wind farms over there producing enough electricity for all of Portland. You wouldn't need a nuclear plant. You don't need any hydro plants. It's just, but the will has got to be there, and the long-term commitment has got to be there. That's the difference. And certain countries of the world, you can do it. Certain countries of the world, very difficult to pull that off. And it's just welcome to 2021, everybody. How you doing? How's it going? What can I tell you? We're up 138 on the Dow. We're up 6 on S&P. We're down 70 on NASDAQ. AMC, $8.95, down 22 cents right now. It is approaching the low of the day. Not looking very good. Again, I sense the stock will go lower. I sense AMC to the $7 level for a while, and it'll jump. Yeah, it will do jumps, but I'm not sure. Apparently, is it the end of the night? Do we get after the market? We get the AMC numbers. I can't remember for sure. First quarter, I can't remember. GameStop 159.86, 159.71. The shares got up to the 164 level just after I got off the air. They actually took a shot and got up to 164.29. High or 164.72 high today. And then they backed off a little bit into the 162 range, 161 range, back up to 162.50, 163 kind of. And then over the last hour and a half, just a slow, steady slump, down, 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 down. Not like dramatic, but just a slight decline. And here we are at 159.51. We're even, like we're flat on the day. We're not going anywhere at this point. That's the story. The GameStop volume is 2.5 million. We're talking dead quiet all week this week. Really quiet week. AMC now 896, volume of 30 million shares. Over at Microvision, down to 13.32, down $1.13 a share. We're right around the low of the day. The low was 13.21 just a few minutes ago. Not good. 12 million shares traded. That was trading 150 to 200 million shares a day last week. Now it's 12 million shares. This thing is going right down to zero. Unfortunately, the run is over. Whatever run it was, it's over. It's just over. That's too bad. Fifth Wall acquisition down 23 cents. Vector acquisition down 16 cents. Navsite Holdings, no change. IPOE down 52 cents to 15.02. Gores Holdings down 48 cents to 11.44. VGAC down 3 cents to 9.96. Starboard up 2 cents to 9.99. Fortress up down 2 cents, 9.98. Vanek Vectors down 26 cents. Just, a flat day. Home Depot up $4.61 to $336. IBM up $2.96 to $148. IBM is strengthening and will continue to do so. Microsoft up 79 cents. Apple up 86. So these four, we're talking the Home Depot, IBM, Microsoft, Apple powering higher in the market. Very good. Tesla down $14 to $656, back into that $650 range for Tesla. Bed Bath & Beyond up 21 cents to $24.60. BlackBerry down 20 cents to $8.02. Cruise lines down all day, and Norwegian, the big loser. Norwegian down $2.29 to $27.56, so almost a 10% drop today. Royal Caribbean down $3.07 to $79.93, and Carnival down 76 cents to $25.76. More details are emerging day by day from the CDC, telling the cruise lines how it's going to go. If they're going to run, here's how it's going to happen. And I think for the first time in a long time, investors of cruise lines are figuring out, these guys aren't going to be making money. They're going to have a tough time making money. Coinbase, $255 a share, down $17.38. The low of the day, $250, and that's where the pros, the analysts, the market watchers, the predictors, they were saying, Coinbase kind of valued at around $250. Yeah, it never opened at $250, did it? Never did. Unbelievable. A high of $429 on the first day of trading on a direct listing. And everybody who bought this stock in the first week is now down on this stock. It is in rough shape. I won't say like desperado shape, but it's back to where we're supposed to start in the first place. We're supposed to start at 250, never did. Now it's at 255, and it's going lower. And I think it might go down to 200. Company doesn't make money. Got a $47 billion market cap. They don't make money. GameStop is now turning the corner. And they have an $11 million market cap. So you go figure it out. Some people put a lot of money in hope and hopes, dreams, and aspirations, and others are saying, show me first that you can do it, and then I'll buy into your stock. Okay, that's the way it is. Coinbase, 255. Oh my gosh, what a run. Airbnb down $8.87. DoorDash down $6. Oh man, DoorDash down to $122 a share. The high was $256. That's rough. And Airbnb at $153. The high on that one, $219. So she's off almost $70 a share from its high in just a few months. Man, still valued at $94 billion. Airbnb valued at $94 billion. Remember one thing about Airbnb. They don't own anything. Airbnb does not own the property that you can rent through Airbnb. They're just a broker. They're just a middle person. They take a cut of the action between the renter and the rentee. They don't own the apartments or the buildings or anything. They're just getting a cut. This thing is so overvalued. It's unbelievable how expensive this stuff is, and I don't know why. I'm an old guy going, show me the money, show me the potential, show me hardcore value, show me where you can make the money, and I'll buy into it, or I'll buy into your philosophy. But it's all we don't own anything. DoorDash, I mean, $39 billion market cap. DoorDash, they deliver pizza and Chinese food to your house. They're a delivery service. They don't own anything. They own nothing. They don't own the restaurant. They don't own real estate. It's $40 billion of a delivery service. Hello, I just look at this and go, really? Why would I pay this kind of money for this kind of investment? Yeah, I'm lost. Oh man, I'm obviously so old. I'm out of it. I'm just out of it. I'm just old school. Don't get it. So the good news is I did not put these stocks on my recommended lists, and I will not put them on my recommended lists. Buy Intel. It's trading at 12.7 times earnings. Actually makes money. They actually pay a dividend, 2.45% yield on Intel, and I think in the next year you can double your money. There's an investment that's called investing. Yes, that's a whole new term that some of you don't know. It's all right. I'm not mad. Micron trading at 29 times earnings, still a little rich, but it is $83 a share. The high was 96. Not cheap enough for me to get all crazy about it, but pick up SMH instead. Pick up that ETF, and there you go. You'll be all right. If you want to pick that, you want to play the computer chip shortage game, pick up the SMH, and you'll be fine. GameStop 159.84, just flatlined, up 36 cents, not going anywhere. 8.98 on AMC, under the $9 level, and it's not looking very, very good at all, unfortunately. If you're long AMC, what you might want to consider doing to kind of protect yourself and at least bring in something, you may want to write some $10 call contracts, like good for a month or something like that. Maybe you can bring in $1. Bring in $1 a share and at least bring in some money. Use it to buy more games. Use it to buy more AMC. I mean, use AMC to buy AMC. So think about that. Or if you want to write 2-month contracts, write 10.50s or write 11s. You might bring in $1.25 for an $11 exercise. The stock doesn't go up over $11 in the next month or two. These options are worthless, so you keep all the money. Maybe that'll help you to reduce, get some of your money out of AMC and at least turn around and buy some stock of AMC to build up your position. If you have 1,000 shares of AMC and you can get $1 a share, you'll bring in $1,000 and you can buy more of the stock, maybe another 100 shares. I don't know. Yeah, maybe get another 100 shares and you can write another contract. So you grow every month, grow your position by 10%. The more AMC you own, the more stock you're taking off the street. If that's the mentality you have, that there's a short squeeze coming on AMC. But in the meantime, get paid to hold it, I guess. It's at $9 a share right now, and the odds of it going to 11 or 12 in the very, very, very near future, I don't think so. But to each his own, guys. How are you going to do it? If you're into microvision, oh man, I feel for you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if you should write call options on this. We did see yesterday like a $2 run, but it didn't last. It just gave it all back. So this is a stock where you might write options on it at like 14 or 15 bucks a share, good for 2 weeks at a time or 4 weeks at a time, something like that. Maybe you can bring in $1.50 or something. Bring in at least, if you can bring in a 10% premium on your microvision cash up front for a 10-day, 14-day period, I'd take that deal. I would take that money. GameStop, same thing. If you're a long GameStop holder and you're looking to hold this stock for quite some time, you can write contracts that expire next Friday, for example. Today being Thursday, they would have 8 days of life left in them. And you can offer right now on GameStop maybe 180s, 175, 180s. Maybe you can bring in $5, $6, $7, $8 a share, depending on the contract. Be paid to hold this stock. Get 75 cents a day for every day you have options on them, or $1 a day if you can pull off that kind of a deal, or write a 4-week contract, a 5-week contract on GameStop, but write a 190 or a 200. Maybe write a month and a half contract at 210 or 220. Maybe bring in $10, $12, $15 a share. That's almost 10% of the value of this stock. Lets you buy 1/10 more if that's what you're going to do with it, or you just sit back and let the stock swing. And the closer it gets to expiry, you notice the stock drops during the day. You buy the calls back for $2, and then the stock comes back up, and you sell the same calls again for $6, and stock goes back down, and buy the calls back for $2. Stock goes back up, and write the calls again for $6. Just taking $2, $3, $4, $5 off the table every time you can. You might want to do that with the GameStop while we're waiting. But again, when will the GameStop shares just take off on us? Like when do I tell you, hey, good morning, everybody, we're up $100 a share? I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell you that in the near future or not. I don't know if there's one event that will make that happen. I would like to. I really want to, but it is $159.89, and it is the high and low today is $9 spread. Yesterday it was about $7, so it's kind of settling in here. Maybe time to write some calls and take some premium money at a premium. Whatever, you've got to decide for yourself how you want to handle and carry it. On the SPACs, I say don't do anything. Just sit with your SPACs. If you don't have a lot of money, if you've got like $500 lying around, you don't have a lot of cash to buy a lot of SPACs, you might want to just buy some call contracts on some of these SPACs. I would recommend you buy maybe August or September's or October's at the very least. Like further out the better, and get yourself maybe 10s or 11s or 12s. If you can pick up some $12 contracts that have several months to live that are 50 cents or less a piece, then you can control some stock. I mean, you control maybe 300, 400, 500 shares. Maybe you have maybe you have 5 calls of this SPAC, 5 calls of that SPAC. You got 2 of the SPACs now, and you've got 500 shares of each one that you've kind of controlling through an option for like the next 3 or 4 months. These shares go to $20 just in the first few months of listing. You're a happy camper. You got yourself 5 $1,000 contracts per SPAC. You just turned some money into 10 grand. That might be worth your while. Again, these are just, a guy in Creston in front of his computer going, there are things you can do to try to take advantage of the market if you believe in, certain stocks. It's just a way of how you want to do it. Anyway, one step at a time, one investment at a time, one day at a time. What are we going to do? We just have to wait it out. 156 is the gain on the Dow now, 156 points. It's a record high if it closed here. S&P up 8.9 and NASDAQ down 53. Oil is down 88 cents a barrel. GameStop 159.64 right now. 159.64 is where we're at. And it's up 16 cents. We're not getting rich today. We're not getting poor today. We're just not getting rich enough, maybe. We'd like more. I think we would. We sure would like to hear some news. 2.5 million shares volume on GameStop. Unfortunately, that's the bad news. Very quiet today. Very, very quiet. Fifth wall acquisition. I'm surprised it's at 11.11. I mean, that's up. That's still up on the on the week. It's had a good run here. But I was surprised it even got up to this level, actually. But it was a 1060 or 1050 a share when I mentioned it for the first time about a week and a half ago. They're going to merge with SmartRent, and the street likes the deal, but it's really early. This has still got almost 3 months to go before the merger is completed. So this is early. But Vector Acquisition, $10.11. That's a buy. NAV site at $9.90 is a steal, 10 cents under its issue price. IPOE now at 15.01. Definitely going to be a winner. SoFi, it's going to be a very popular stock upon completion, but that is towards the end of this month. That is another 3 to 4 weeks away. And so we're down to about the last 20 trading days of IPOE before it becomes SoFi, roughly. So keep an eye on it if you haven't got it yet, or pick up some options, maybe some 1750s, $18 contracts. But get out there into the latter part of the summer if you can, if you're going to do that. Gores Holdings, 1153. Man, oh man, this is a bargain, down 40 cents. It was as low as 1127. It's now 1152. It is actually on a little bit of a run right now. It's just taking a little uptick. I'm not sure how much there is in it, but still down 40 cents on the day. It's funny how these SPACs sometimes react late in the last hour of each day. They sometimes put on a bit of a rally. Sometimes they don't. IPOE, like I say, is now 15.02. It got as low as 14.90, so it's only come up 12 cents from its low. And that low was at around 2:30 Eastern time not too long ago. All right. And then VGAC 998, SVAC Starboard at $10 even, up 3 cents. Fortress 9.99 now, down a penny. L4G, hey, how you doing? Look at the 4-hour chart, wound up super tight. End of the flag. Looks like tomorrow will be significant. All right, I don't know what you're referring to, the 4-hour chart. I don't know what this means, but let's hope something big happens. That would be terrific. When I was a young boy in Dusseldorf, says Tony. We can only hope, says Waffle. Bruce, did you get my email with the Reuters article about the SEC chair cracking down on short sellers amid this year's GameStop frenzy? I'm not sure if you spoke about it yet. Thank you. Chris, thank you for that. I did. I saw it, and I clicked at it quickly, and I had to get on the air here, but I've been listening to the talk here on TV, too. What I have not yet heard, what I want to hear specifically and definitively, is the SEC chairman saying, we are going to make institutional investors reveal their short positions just like they have to reveal their long positions. That's what I want to hear. That's transparency. That is absolute transparency. And I would not even mind. I would really like it that no matter what the position is, I want to hear it. I don't care if it's 100 shares. I want to know. You're short 100 GameStop. I want to know. You short 5,000. I want to know. 50,000, 100,000, whatever the number is. Tell us. I want the same kind of transparency on GameStop and all other shares being shorted, like we see transparency, at least like we see transparency on long positions, on option positions. We can see, we are able to view filings where these institutions file and declare how many put contracts they have on GameStop or AMC or anything else, but they are not obligated to reveal their short positions. And I know the industry's been fighting it to not do it. They don't want to do it. They've been fighting for it to keep it secret. And I say enough's enough. I want to see who's short and what. And I would like to know, I would love to have the brokerage firms be forced to reveal, and maybe the DTCC produce on a daily basis failure to deliver statistics. It's all on computer. It's easily releasable. This is not hard to put together. Don't fall for the crying violins, the little violins playing in the background that the institutions are going, oh, it's too hard for us to report that. It's not. That's bunk. It can be reported instantly. Computer chips are out there. We can do it. I'd like to see a transparent market. That would be fair to retail investors around the world, not just in North America, around the world. That would be fair to other institutions around the world. Yeah, I want to know who's up to what. Sorry, but it's a public market. It should be public information. These are publicly traded companies. They have to release their financials publicly. Well, I want to know who owns the stock. That's public, a public company with public stock. Open it up. I don't understand the how you can hide it. I don't know how you can justify to hide it. I know why they want to hide it. I know exactly why they don't want to show it to us, but can't justify that. Can't justify the hiding. So yeah, that's what I want to hear from the SEC guy. I would like to know that. I would also be interested to know going forward the collateral being offered by institutions out there to do trading, and of course I would love to know about the derivatives, because that is a hidden black pool of interest that you and I are totally blind to, and that is trillions of dollars of shenanigans going on that we do not know about. And yet you and I have to bail out big banks and hedge funds, and well, not hedge funds, but big banks and investment banks if the worst comes to pass, like in '08. The taxpayer bailed out all these guys who were leveraged up to the wazoo in all kinds of garbage, and the public knew nothing about it because they didn't have to disclose it, because they convinced Congress not to have to disclose it. It's just pure self-interest and a way to hide the shenanigans. I say enough's enough. Taxpayers have paid their share. Cough up the books. Let's see what's going on. You're using taxpayer money. You're using taxpayer guarantee money to do what you do, because you know deep down inside, if it all goes to hell, the taxpayer will bail us out. Well, you know what? The insurance company, us, would like to know what you're up to. Yeah, the premiums are about to go up, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. 159.55 on the GameStop right now, as we're coming into the last half hour of trading. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me today. I appreciate it so much. And I hope you're learning a few things about the market that maybe you didn't know about before. As I try to explain stuff in plain English, do the best I can. Thank you, everybody. Yes, we have the short available positions in the EU. I think EU-based entities must reveal short positions, and they are. I think it's even 0.5% of a public company's float. If you short more than that, you have to reveal your short position. It's very tiny. I would like it even lower than that. I'd say 100 shares and up. Let's find out what's going on. That would be it. Shikinary, there you go. Oh man, I don't know, guys. I don't know. What can I say? There's just all kinds of stuff going on here. Shenanigans equals a drink. Bruce, can you explain in Spanish, please? Mazda CX-5 had maybe 180 horsepower when it was listed. Top speed is 200 kilometers at 220. Nothing happened. What can I say? We love talking about cars. We were talking about cars yesterday. People are talking about cars again today. I'm trying to cover the market here. Up 181 on the Dow. We are moving up higher as the day is wearing on. 29 minutes to go, and the Dow is climbing. That's very good. Stapse per Stapse. How you doing? Brucey, that's been a long time. I've been so busy. Welcome back. This is great. I have 100 shares in all of those recommended SPACs waiting for the mergers to turn my account green. Drew, hang on for the ride of your life. We're going to have fun. BG's down. Uncle Bruce up. Time to listen for me. Hi, Bruce. Hello. Finra Boss got some tough questions about making actual shorts visible and indicated an interest in making it happen. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Boy, I don't know. But yeah, I would really like to see that. In the hearing today, they talked about how the shorting stocks have been part of the system for decades now. What wicked webs we unweave, and it won't happen overnight. Yeah. Use your left ear and give Uncle Bruce a thumbs up. Hit your head on the keyboard. Give Bruce a thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. Oh my gosh! Thank you, everybody, for popping through here and catching up with me. Where's Lambo? Hi, Liz. Lucid Motors. Those are some great cards. Hi, Tony. I think I'm addicted to your show, Uncle Bruce. What about snowmobiles? Loved it. I've been out for 2 whole days. I miss you guys. Oh no. Welcome back. Hearings made. What was that saying? Hearings make confirm GameStop will never go to the moon. They won't let it happen. Interesting. Welcome back. Seems like there is a lot of support for T+1. Tummies for Uncle Bruce, tummy M2. Okay. We're at 159.65, up 17 cents. What can guarantee GameStop to go up? Results, financial results, just performance. That's all it takes. And the right people, I think, are in place or are falling into place over there to take it there. Trivia tomorrow. That's right. I've got trivia tomorrow night on my other channels, Traveling with Bruce, for sponsor members over there, 7 o'clock Eastern. Absolutely right. We're going to do it. Let's see. Does this very low and less, does this very low and less drama E jumps during the day and GameStop tell you anything specifically? Hedgie's running out of time or money, perhaps. I think what the hedge funds are doing, I'm going to guess the shorters. The shorters are hoping that all of you out there, and I mean millions of you, are going to get bored with GameStop shares. They're just hoping that you get bored with it, that without any real action, without a lot of news, that you'll just kind of, I'll do something else for something, I'll trade something else. And they're hoping that you get into the Dogecoin game, or they hope you get into the Bitcoin game, or they hope you get into other stocks that are running along. They hope you have an attention span, of a gnat, shaking the keys, and you'll go over there and you'll go over there. That's what they're hoping. I think that's what they're hoping. It's not working. You guys aren't going away because you are digging so deep into the details of GameStop that every little bit of news coming out, you're analyzing it very carefully, as you should. And you're beginning to figure out there's a lot going on here that's pretty darn good. This York, Pennsylvania announcement that was made this week, this has been the most uncovered story on CNBC. They haven't talked about it. The 700,000 square foot fulfillment center You know how much that costs to build one of those? This is not cheap, you know. This is millions and millions and millions of bucks. GameStop is going to be dropping millions of dollars to convert, or let's say execute that building in such a way that it can handle high volumes of online orders, e-commerce orders. You need the machinery in there. You need the sorting. You know, the kind of machinery you see at airports with luggage. You know, and stuff goes down the conveyor belt and drops it off over here. Here you have the automatic labeling machines. There's a ton of money going to be spent on this center. Then they got to hire the employees to run it. This is a big job. This is a very, very complicated thing to pull off. And you can't do it in a week. It doesn't work that way. So GameStop is really up to something big over there. There is something really big going on. And this is why over at Amazon, they're paying very close attention to what GameStop is up to, as is anyone else in the e-commerce world. They're looking at GameStop carefully, watching these guys, how they're operating. And you can see by the kind of people that GameStop has been hiring up in the last few months, these fulfillment officers and customer satisfaction specialists and all of these software people, the logistical people, to build a fulfillment center and run it. This is an uncovered story. I would love to know how much money they're going to sink into that thing. No dollar amounts were revealed the other day as to just what kind of investment that is. I'm wondering if it's like $10 to $50 million, or is it more than $50 million being pumped in by GameStop into this thing? And it could be the first of 5 additional that will be done behind it in other regions of the U.S. and North America or the world itself. Remember, they're going global with this e-commerce thing. This GameStop company is not, not a little nickel and dime SPAC. This is a player. These guys are serious, and they're going to be around a while, and they're in it for the big payoff. So hang on to your hats. These volume days, these are the dog days, guys. We're waiting for the new CEO, and then we're waiting for the first quarter financials, then the annual meeting, and then updates on everything. So hang on. It is going to be very, very busy coming up. But you got to wait through these quiet days. Andrew 777 has joined us as the latest, greatest member of this channel. And as he's joining us, the stock is 159.64. Had a little uptick just now. That's because of Andrew 777. The word got out that he joined the channel. That's it. Stock's going higher. Thank you, sir, for coming through here and joining us. I really appreciate it. And I think we're going to have fun. Josh, yeah, that's the perfect analogy. Just look at the shiny object. Yep. Commit. Okay. They're doing that to gamers who will happily commit 1,000 plus hours to a game. You think we can't hold this thing? I mean, come on. We can hold this stuff. Let's see. Where am I here? Okay, here we go. Here we go. I live in New York, and the hiring ads on the radio have started. Dan, if you hear anything about how much money those guys are dropping on that center, you let us know, would you? And find out if you can, if you hear any rumors around town, how many people are they looking for? Kind of curious how many people are going to be needed to be working in there, and if you find out what kind of money they're paying people, that would be interesting. We can then do the math and figure out just what kind of commitment this is. Automation, exactly right. Get bored, laugh out loud. The options are too good. Let's see. Here we go. Any of those guys get bored? The rest of us are standing by to buy these stocks. Let's see what's going on. Wally's World. Hey, buddy. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Can you talk about the VW short squeeze orchestrated by Porsche in October 08? Wally, I can't really. I don't know the details of it, like to the greatest and nth degree. I wasn't part of it. I wasn't involved in it at the time. It's different than what we have here. There's some similarities other than the massive run up in the price of the stock. There are no other similarities really. One is automotive out of Germany. The other one is gaming out of the United States and the world. So I really can't get into it. I couldn't speak about this for 15 minutes with any clarity or any authority, because I've just never followed the story, and it's history now. It's 13 years ago, and time goes on. Anyway, we're going to say a buddy is a journeyman Hey, buddy, is journeyman electrician helping finish up one of the Amazon's fulfillment centers down by the border, says Lance. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, there's Andrew. That's right. Andrew's here. And have you already talked about the ratings houses giving GameStop a B yesterday with the tag stable? Yes, we did that this morning on the early show today. And I think we'll be bringing out a video later today about this topic. It is a very positive announcement, having a lot of ramifications that no one is covering. This company has now just been freed up to allow it now allows this company to do all kinds of stuff. Dividends can be declared, special dividends can be declared, probably stock splits can be declared. They could do a takeover, they could do a merger, they could do they can do other financing deals. If they find that they want to take over a company over here that's $3 billion, they want to raise $1 billion in cash and then do a $2 billion stock offering, something like that. They now have the freedom to make that deal happen through investment bankers or whatever else. Where before, with this banker in place, with that loan in place, they couldn't do anything with anybody else. They had to satisfy those guys first. The shackles have been removed from GameStop, and they've just said goodbye to $20+ million a year in interest payments as well. So it's very good. Very, very good. All right. Welcome, Andrew. Here we go. Hi, Andrew. 2.65 million. Hello, Andrew. Andrew, welcome to the channel, buddy. You're here, and everyone's happy that you're here. Andrew, hello, everybody. Thanks for the welcomes. There you are. That's what happens around this community. We welcome new members with open arms. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The game store in San Diego is hiring. Hey, Dan, I'll let you know, man. You bet. I will keep an eye open on what's going on out here in York, Pennsylvania. Any info you can give us, Dan, that would be great. If you see any local press or anything like that, or you're at a coffee shop and you hear some rumors, or you ever bump into someone that works over there, whatever you can dig out, let us know, man. I'm from York. Let's go York. Isile, you get to work too. You get us some info. You guys figure this stuff out for us. Fill us in. What's happening, Bruce? Every time GameStop trades sideways for a few days, and people get bored with it, all of a sudden it pops. Happens every other week or so, and then I look back at how the slow days and learn from it. Interesting, isn't it? That's 159.94 now on the stock. 159.94. Chewy pays up to $18 at their center. That's interesting. Leon, stock markets with Bruce. If Nova Rad went public, what do you think of investing in it? I have no idea who it is. I don't know who that is. We shouldn't be so acquisitive. Okay, I can tell you all about that squeeze. German government was involved, Wally. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Just thought I'd get some car guys thinking about how stuff happens beyond motors, me included. Thanks. No problem, buddy. Afternoon peeps from Ashley. Let's see. Amazon is building a fulfillment center in my hometown. Yep, they are still expanding, and that should tell you something about how a $1.6 trillion company is still building more fulfillment centers. They aren't stopping. They are not stopping. This is it. Conduit and Switch. I'm awake. Way to go, man. Emmeline, I just got a $10,000 bonus. More GameStop or more IPOE and VGAC decisions. Those are decisions you're going to have to make. Wally OT, maybe on Bruce's Uncle Bruce's Discord. I'd like to hear a view from someone that was paying attention to that deal. Let's go. And Observe says no problem. Welcome, Andrew from Ashley. And let's see. Imagine a 10-for-1 stock split at $200. The price would be $20, and CNBC would then say, "We told you so." It went back to 20. There you go. Making close below 160? Question mark. Maybe, possibly. Tomorrow, of course, option expiry day. Yet again, another week option expiries, and it's going to be May the 7th. 160.07 right now is the price of the stock, so it's pushed back to the 160 mark. Well, we'll see what happens. Good afternoon, Ashley from Free Thinker. There's a Discord. We have a Discord. I need a Discord link invite, please. And if anybody can send me the Discord address to my email, I'll post it here, or I'll try to. See if we can do that. Great nap after the morning show. I had a dream, says Conduit. I've only been Discording like for 3 months, says Wally's World. 160.38 now, up 90 cents. AMC 898, down 19 cents. Microvision down 61 cents to 1386. The Dow is now up 238 points. That's a high of the day, roughly, and that's a new all-time high for the Dow. 21-point gain on S&P, powering up now. We're getting money coming into this market. We have NASDAQ only down 6 points, so the three markets are moving up aggressively, nicely. We're very glad to see that. So there's power coming into this market from all over the place, and that is a most interesting move. Let me just double check here on this, if I can get this to react. There we go. The gainers on the Dow right now, the best percentage gainers are Cisco Systems, IBM up 321 a share, which is up 2.2%. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Home Depot, Procter & Gamble, Dow Inc., Verizon Communications, Apple, Coca-Cola, Honeywell, Salesforce.com, Visa Incorporated, Microsoft, Nike, Intel, Walmart, Travelers, Amgen, Boeing, United Health, Johnson & Johnson, 3M Company, American Express, Chevron. These are all the gainers. And there's only 4 stocks losing on the Dow right now. That would be Caterpillar down 0.4 of a percentage point, McDonald's down 89 cents or 0.38%, Walgreens, and Walt Disney is down 7 cents a share. Those are your losers on the Dow. There's only 4 out of 30. So 26 of the Dow 30s are up and 4 are down. That's what we have going on right now. Year to date, the Dow is up 12.6%. In the last year, the Dow is up 44% for the whole year in the last 12 months. So that's what the Dow is doing. We are powering up here, 238 points to 34,468 is what we have. And we are pushing new highs, all-time highs. As soon as it closes, when it closes tonight, it will be at a new all-time high. GameStop just broke 161. We're at 161.05 with 13 minutes left to go. So even GameStop is getting a little bit of a push as the markets are climbing, coming into the end of the day here. And that's a good sign. That's showing me there's money coming into this market. There is no announcement on the GameStop to cause it to go up, but it's up $1.54 to 161.02. That's what we got, 161.09 now. All right. Go. AMC just broke $9, 9.03. A little bit better towards the end of the day. Interesting stuff. VGAC is up a penny now, $10. Starboard up 2 pennies, $9.99. Fortress down only a penny a day on the stock. Gores Holdings has come up a bit. It is now down 34 cents to 11.58. Just broke 11.60 a moment ago. So that's climbed about 30 cents from the low of the day right now for the day today. And over on IPOE, hanging on at $15 a share, down 53 cents. Very steady there with 12 minutes to go. 2.4 million traded today, however, on that SPAC. That's a very high volume for a SPAC without a deal merged into it. 161.07 on GameStop right now. Okay, there's the deal. There's the story. Let's see. What else have I got going here? Maybe 165 close, says John Van. That would be interesting. Tony Soprano told me to buy more GameStop. I had to listen. Here we go. So I'm super curious about something. So if the fundamentals on GameStop are obviously solid now, and it's the most shorted stock, what happens now, Uncle Bruce? The first thing what doesn't happen is they don't go back to $20 and they don't go back to $5, because that's where it all started a year ago. The shares last spring and summer were between $5 and like $4 and $6 a share. Then last fall, they kind of reached that 12 to 15 range. By December, they were in the 20 range. And every skeptic has said that when the GameStop is all said and done and it's all over, the party's all over, everyone all the tears have been shed, the stock will be back to $20 a share. And that has not happened. We are 8 times above that, and the stock just not backing off. So there's one symptom of fundamentals and a heavily shorted stock. It just won't come back. There you go. Now, has it been higher than this? Yes, it has. It's been as high as 483. I would have preferred that the shares never went to 483. I would have preferred that they never had that big run. I would have more than preferred that the shares between January of this year, when it started late January, and now, they're just reaching these levels. Maybe they've been hanging around this 140 to 180 level lately, and has never been over 200. I would far prefer that for this company, because then the chart would be one of these, a nice steady climber, rather than this, because this really killed its chances of getting any kind of respect from Wall Street types. And we noticed on CNBC how they laugh about it every time they talk to us about it. 161.12 right now on the stock. So the fundamentals are keeping the stock at this level, more or less. It fluctuates, of course. But even on light volume, it doesn't give it up. And even when there are short attacks, it recovers. It doesn't give it up. And so what now? What now is corporate developments just keep coming out, and they will. They just will keep coming out. We're going to hear more news, I'm sure, about that fulfillment center. We're going to hear news about other fulfillment centers. We're going to hear news about the new CEO. We're going to hear about their new philosophy. We're going to go through that annual meeting on the 9th of July and June, in 33 days from now. We're going to go through that. And we will hear all kinds of talk about GameStop going forward from GameStop, because Ryan Cohen will take control and he will start to speak on behalf of the company along with his CEO. And we'll have something to talk about. We're up $2 now on GameStop to 161.54. So it is also coming up. We're now down to 9 minutes to go. The Dow up 276, high of the day, it looks like to me, looking very good. S&P up 27 points. That looks to me also near the high of the day. And then NASDAQ up 20 points. So that's definitely an improvement here. Very pleased to see this move. It's looking like a nice solid close. We're coming into it. Let's see what happens. Nice. IBM Cloud Pack uses Palantir as well. That's right. GameStop 2.7 million volume. 2.74 million. Nothing great, but the stock is up. I never understood how they could close out 60 million short sales in February while the price went down to 40. Shenanigans. It's impossible. Well, again, you remember that the stock went up to 483, and a lot of stock got bought up by hedge funds on the way up, and that took the short count down. And then it got replaced, I think, with a whole bunch of failure delivers and non-declared shorts. But let's see. Who knows? Who knows? I collect wrenches, real ones. Is it happening yet? Spanners is what I call them. Love me some Citadel tears, says John. Uncle Bruce, good work. Or is that Uncle Bruce? What do you think about Intel and the United Kingdom company Imagine? Imagine designed a different style of CPU than Intel, and a lot of companies tried to buy Imagine during the pandemic. I don't know anything about Imagine. I don't know anything about them, so I can't help you there. I know nothing of it. GME is so solid. It's my little Hercules. There you go. Is this it? Kenny Long has sung it best. Oh my God, it's 161. Yes, 161.84. 10 minutes to go. Push. We're down to 7 minutes now. Got to catch up with your comments here. You guys are ahead of me. Let's see. GameStop, Balboa. It ain't how hard you hit it. How you hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Fingers crossed. I had to type the Discord link out and split it, but it's in the comments higher up. Let's see. What else is happening here? I wouldn't mind if the squeeze to happen before the 16th of June. Then I can buy my man something really special. GameStop moving up some more. 161.03 right now. I'd pay a mortgage off for him. What is a rip for ants? Roughly the same volume. What's that called? Roughly the same volume today for GameStop and IPOE. That's kind of weird. It is kind of weird, isn't it? No hair yet danger. I wonder what that means. I think AMC might have a crazy after hours. It's at 9:04 on the stock right now. I love form. I know what that means. I took tomorrow off. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Let's see. End of the day, 170. Bruce, if it goes to 170, I'll make a donation of $170 to you. How about that? Well, thank you. You're giving 5 minutes of time for the stock to go up $9 a share when the high of the day was 164. Very generous of you, and gutsy too. Home Depot Hank has done a lot of great due diligence. Let's see. Mother's Day this Sunday. Get her what she wants most, more GameStop shares. Tony, let you take days off from jail? I don't know what that's scientific word for ants is. Uncle Bruce just getting rid of some brain fog. Okay. Bruce, advice for someone writing covered calls for GameStop. Look, you can write them for next Friday. Maybe you want to write 180s, 185s, something like that. Keep a short leash on them. And, if they stay under 180.85, they die worthless, and it's all your money. Thank you very much. Buy some more stock with it. What might happen to mortgage rates if interest rates go negative? Well, wouldn't that be something if that did happen? I don't think it will, though, but, wow, we'll see what happens. Time will tell, but I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see negative interest rates in North America. We have in Europe, yes, but I don't think we will in North America, not with the recovery of the economy now. If it would have happened, it would have happened 6 months ago, but it didn't. Cheers, everybody. The Dow up 299, going to be up 300 points here. The Dow is rocking. S&P up 30, NASDAQ up 34. A lot of money coming into this market at the end here. Do not want to miss the continued run up. This market will go higher. GameStop 160.59, 160.72, jumping around here. Still higher, but not a lot higher. But that's what we got. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Question on the SPAC transition. When merge finally happens, say with IPOE, will it close one day and the next morning SoFi opens starting the same price or reassess price? Yes, correct. It'll change the symbol. You'll have just as many shares. It might start off right where it left off, or it might pop right off the get-go. It might be halted on the opening to give investors an hour to figure out, oh, it's different now. We'll find out. We'll know. They'll tell us. Anyway, there you go. Writing covered calls is a bearish position. Bruce, after some thought and 3 minutes passing, I am donating $162 if we end up at 162 or more. Oh my goodness, 3 minutes. Be careful writing low strike calls on GameStop right now. Death row, it'll be either do that or it'll be halted midday for the deal. Wow, another day under 3 million. What can you do? Small correction. Cheers tomorrow. We'll be driving and not drinking. So have fun, everybody. I'll match that 170. 3 minutes to go. You can explain how we might make money writing puts on GameStop. I think I understand it, but I wanted to hear from you. I have strike tomorrow at 160. I have a strike at 160. 160.44 is where I show it right now. 160.44. The market has about 2.5 minutes to go. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, as a matter of fact. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Roku down $21 today. Whoops. That was a $480 stock, Roku, when it came out. And investors have got taken to the cleaners on that one as well. I avoided that one too. Unbelievable. 160.50 on GameStop. I don't think it's going to hit 162 by the end of the day here. I just don't think it's got it in it. Unless I'm missing something, unless there's a run coming. Up 306 on the Dow, up 31 on S&P, up 34 on NASDAQ. So the big markets are having a good run at the end. But I don't know if that's going to translate into a GameStop. But you never know. Might want to roll that. Bruce, are you having a party again tomorrow? It's the viewers that have to do it. The viewers that might well have a libation celebration going on in the last hour tomorrow afternoon. We'll see what's going on. Implied volatility very low for GameStop standards right now. Better buying calls at low IV, selling them at high levels. Custom fabrication. I got assigned at 165 last Friday. MACD shows bullish. Okay. 160.50 with a minute to go. We're into the last minute of trading right now. CBOE volatility index 1848, down a bit today, so that's good sign for the market that could make it go higher. 160.57, 160.45 on GameStop. We are limping in here with a very quiet close, I think, is what we have. Let's just see what it wants to do. Uncle Bruce, I thought failure to deliver had 21 days to be paid. I read a tweet saying GameStop has had failure to deliver for 39 straight weeks. How is that possible? I wish I could answer that question with authority. I can't. I cannot answer that question with authority. Colin, there may be something happening tomorrow afternoon. We'll see. Don Hammer, what's your favorite libation if your arm is twisted enough? Banana daiquiri, maybe? maybe a German beer. I don't know. 160.50 up $1.02 on GameStop. Are you and Jen married? Tell us about your wedding for story time. Bruce, if a call contract is at the money on expiry, would it be more valuable? It'll be more valuable before the end of the day if it's at the money because it'll have premium. But if it's at the money, it has no value. If it's at the money, it's worthless. It's got to be in the money. Speaking of parties, we went up to complete the cup, but we're only met by anomalous downward pressure on the way up. Kenny G signature pump and fade. Maybe I don't know what this means. Green Day, we went 161.01 and 161, 160.75. We are into the last of it. We might even be closed. Let's take a look at the final trade. Yeah, 160.75. We're shut down. That's our last trade. 160.75 on my system. 161.35 aftermarket, up 60 cents. That's what we have. AMC closed at 9.01 on the market, and right now aftermarket is at $9. It's right now at $9. Is what we have. I'm not sure, but I think AMC releases their first quarter now, after the market. Is that right? We're waiting to see if anything comes up. Record close for the Dow, of course, with a 315-point gain. This is a record high for the Dow Jones at 34,546. A new all-time high, and very interesting. Do you have any thoughts on your fellow YouTuber Lou versus Wall Street? Don't know him. Never watched him. That's a good point. If you're new to writing calls puts, be aware you can get assigned. That is right. Bruce explained his wedding story a couple of weeks ago. I did. We be close, says Colin. That's right. Both 1 cent above the whole number. Fidelity Auto assigns at 1 cent in the money. William. 2.74 million volume on the day, FYI. Later peeps from Waffle Man. I got 161.01 closed on GameStop. I have, let's see what I've got now. I've got GameStop now on the bell at 160.75 on my system, but that might change. 160.72 I see over here too. So that's what I'm showing right now. Okay, Lou is lame, says Tony. Okay, best bet. I love you. Well, thank you. Who is Lou? I get loose with Bruce. Conduit, it's story time. Tony, he cracks me up. Yep, GameStop at 161.01. AMC at $9. Andrew killed it today with $145 IBM calls. You are the man, Bruce. Fantastic, Andrew. Way to go. Wally, winner, chicken dinners. Alex Loam, he is good for laughs for sure and seems to know what he's talking about, like watching a scene from Goodfellas for me. Lou, also a little rough for UB taste, I'm sure. Anyway, 160.72. When is GameStop earnings? And look at Webull News article on why GameStop might beat earnings, shaking my head. I think they will be out towards the end of the month. They just finished their first quarter at the end of April, just last week. So usually it's 3-4 weeks after they release those, I thought, after the time frame is up. Way to go, Andrew, says Jay Ray. Way to make some money, buddy. Well done. 160.60 on GameStop, down 15 cents. Not a lot happening there right now. AMC is 9.12, up 11 cents in the aftermarket. And I'm not sure what the aftermarket is, what's happening for sure on AMC. I thought financials will be released by AMC. Earnings call. Maybe they're having an earnings call. Again, I'm not sure what the deal is. Anyway, it's 9. It's now at 9:10. So that's what it's doing. I don't know if to expect anything big or not. I really don't know if we should be expecting anything big. All right. Let's see. Wally's World. Hey, sorry, Uncle Bruce. I have to knock off early today. Got to go meet a guy about a thing. Got to go check a thing. I'll talk about that other thing too. Don't forget the other thing. Right on, buddy. You can read SEC failure to deliver stats for everything daily. Takes a bit to find GameStop, but the alphabetic list of numbers during the weeks around the January squeeze, it's outrageous. Later, Wally's World from Tony. Let's see. Take care, Wally's World. You take her easy, buddy. Take her easy. Everyone say goodbye to Wally's World. Up on the GameStop, move to add to my IPOE. Kind of bored, and we'll buy in again on dips. Go IPOE. AMC is 4 p.m. Central Time. Joe, hey, do you all remember that time we bought shares at GameStop? We all had to keep holding. Chris Farley voice. That was awesome. I had a Word document with FTD stats on GameStop for a few months. Bye, Wally. Take care, buddy. Ashley rocks, says Conduit. Joe Olivia smiling. What can I say? That is what it is. New a record high for the Dow this day. Most interesting. GameStop 160.85. Nothing happened on the aftermarket. Really, it is rather quiet. Yeah, there it is. I noticed today that Robinhood's app isn't keeping pace with other tickers. Slow pre-market and now slow after hours. Price not refreshing. Could be a technical glitch over there. I don't know. Don't know. Stock. Good afternoon. 16101 GameStop says Stockwitz. Okay. We all have our number. There you go. We are done for the day. What is going to happen here going forward? What is that what is that Congress thing going? How's that meeting going? How's that hearing going? It's not having any effect on our stocks that I can see right now. And let's see. Looking at headlines here, and not seeing much in dramatic headlines right now. Just talking about the Dow having the big move. Wall Street Journal headlines. Let's take a look over here. Nothing much coming up here at this point. Wall Street Journal headlines. We got nada. We got quiet. Not a lot to talk about. Even though the Dow's at record high, this used to be record news. It used to be like front page news. Dow hits all-time record high. I remember the first time. Oh, I remember the first time. I can't give you the date, but I remember the first time the Dow broke 1,000. That was such a big deal. The Dow broke 1,000. Every newspaper, radio station, television network, everybody talked about the Dow hitting 1,000. And they would talk to the guys on the floor, and they're just going, yeah, whatever. He didn't care. And they would ask him, well, where do you think the Dow's going to go in the next couple of years? And some of these guys are saying, well, it'll reach about 1,300, and people thought they were nuts. They thought, you're mad. You are mad. Because I remember when the Dow would move 10 points, and that would make big news. 10-point move on the Dow. Oh, my God. From 384 to 394. Oh, my gosh. Or it would go down 15 points. Oh, it's like 1929 all over again. Yeah. You remember the Dow 1000. Oh, man. Let's see. Did the green shirt help? Maybe the green shirt helped. The whole app is on a technical glitch. Can we get serious for a minute? What's the bagel flavor for tomorrow? I don't know. Well, wait. I'll let you know when I get there, Bertie. Hey, Bruce, I wonder your opinion on FCX. They have had a good run. FCX. Who is and what is FCX? I don't know who this is. FCX. Freeport McMoran mining company, big miner, and materials higher, miners higher, copper prices higher, silver higher. That's what it is. I can't give you any more than that. I don't follow those guys closely, but I can understand why they're higher. If GameStop goes up 10% tomorrow, we should all have a donation competition for Bruce. Lately, things have been not too exciting. Maybe we need to force it. Dan, I like your thinking, but I don't know if that's going to work. The paint isn't dry on that yet. Welcome, Andrew. Hearing was mostly a joke. A Congress hearing was just a bunch of Congress trying to get Gensler on record saying he liked their bills and that taxes are bad. Sugar-free, would you happen to know if the SEC shows SPAC filings after they merge? Curious because VGAC and FAI can't be reviewed anymore. Yesterday they had a new S4 filing. I don't know if that is true. I don't know if that's available. Dan Hammer, Uncle Bruce gets paid when GameStop hits 180. There you go. Dan Hammer, I am pouring the liquor out in the house. I can't afford that again. Need the bagel menu for tomorrow, please. I need to hit the grocery. You see, I just like the sesame seed bagels. Those are the ones I like, with the sesame seeds on the top. Toast those up in the toaster. Oh man, you get that nice and crispy outside, and those sesame seeds start to roast. Oh, the taste just transforms it. It's incredible. Sitting Bull, it's T+1, a win-win for everyone. Has heard a lot about reducing margin requirements and saving the brokerages like 40% in cost or something like this. I also recall T1 would help future a failure to deliver. So I don't know how that will work. I don't know how that will help them. But I want to hear about the short sale declarations. I want to know, and I want to see everyone reveal their short positions. That's what I want. And then we'll see what's going on. But that's just, Uncle Bruce and his ways, his outrageous demands on the world at large. What a guy. What can I say? Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to make the market transparent for you so that you have a shot at understanding what the heck is going on out there, because so many of you are in the dark and are being kept in the dark on purpose by these institutions out there. It's not great. Anyway, I would think that after they merge, those tickers vanish, VGAC becomes ME, etc. Bruce should have done the questioning at the hearing. Hey, Bruce, are you a butter, cream, cheese on your bagel kind of guy? I've had it. I occasionally will have it. Occasionally. I've had lox on a bagel, but occasionally that herring sucked. Bruce, my wife's boyfriend's sister, best friend, told my brother's wife's cousin, who told me something big is happening on Sunday with flour stocks. Should I buy some? Let me get back to you on a Monday. When you visit the neck of the woods, we'll bring you an assortment of freshly baked bagels from one of our local bagel stores. Now we're talking. Derek. Yes, Christian. Hi, Bruce. Do you have any comments on MSTR, MicroStrategy? Not really. No. Economic supply and demand. Welcome, Andrew. You are the light, no more dark. Oh, well, thank you, Conduit. I do my best. Yeah, MicroStrategy. I have no idea about MSTR. I have no idea. MSTR. Is there such a thing? MSTR. MicroStrategy, $606 is the price, and the low 109, high of 1300. Engage in provision of enterprise analytics and mobility software. The firm designs, develops, markets, and sells software platform through licensing arrangements and cloud-based subscriptions and related services. Its product packages include Hyper Now Consumer User Bundle and Power User Bundle. The company was founded in 1989, headquartered in Vienna. I have no nothing on it. I got nothing for you. Nothing. I don't know anything about these guys. Sorry. That's it. Got nothing. Okay. Let's move on here. Oh my gosh. Butter, cream, cheese, jam. Oh my gosh. Head of the DTC just confirmed live in the meeting that the only margin issue in January was Robinhood, meaning that Melvin and Citadel were in fact not margin called in the January squeeze. Interesting. They talked about like retail is too stupid for the market. We need help from big companies so we don't hurt ourselves. What is this strategy for? Ads? T1 would give FTD one less day to find stock and reshort by the hedge funds and all their tentacle friends. Wow, that's some spread on MSTR. Why? This is where Disney's Herbie and the Love Bug came from. My aunt's buy and hold. Jayville, thank you for the donation. Hey, Bruce, do you think CM is a long-term hold? Are you talking about? Well, who are you talking about? CM. Who's CM? I have an idea, but I'm not sure if I'm right. Yeah, it is Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. I thought it was CIBC. 55 to 107, now at 107. Banks in Canada are firing on all cylinders. They're making a ton of money. The economy's heating up. They're going to make a ton more money. And so the bank stocks in Canada are a buy, and they keep going higher. And that's what they're doing. Soren, happy to have picked up some more of the SPACs on your for you list today. When GameStop doesn't move, then we got to move. There you go. Herbie was long VW and was very happy, man. Bruce, have you ever tried a pumpernickel bagel? They are amazing. I have not. I don't think I ever have. Hey, Uncle Bruce, do you know if Trinity Capital has anything to do with GHVI? Trinity Capital. I keep getting notified there's news on GHVI, but it's all Trinity Capital quarterly reports. That's kind of weird. Maybe they're a shareholder. Maybe they created it. Maybe they created Gore's Holding. I don't know. I can't answer the question. I don't know. Dow, 2007, 14,000. 2016, 19,000. 2020, 33,000. Possible, maybe. A Sitting Bull, best bet. That sounds good. I hope we never see a brother. Can you spare a dime bagel? Laugh out loud. Look who you're talking about. Okay. You know what's the difference between you and the other YouTube stock commentators? Your 30 plus years experience. They got none of that. Well, that's true. You can't buy it. You can't fake it. You got to know it. You got to live it. You got to be there. Yep, it is true. That is one thing. It's a thing. $160 on GameStop. 160.36 on GameStop. Good. I don't know. Great. I don't know. It's kind of quiet. AMC right now aftermarket 910 up 9 cents. Don't know if much is going on there. Let me kind of pop over here. I'm going to take a look at AMC again from this angle over here. And is there anything being said on GameStop right now? They're going to host their earnings call. That's all we got. And yes, they rescheduled annual meeting to July 29. They've postponed it. Okay. I'll tell you. I don't know, guys. I don't know. AMC. It's in rough shape. The company's in rough shape. Owing a lot of money. Let's move on here. Okay, let's go through here and go to Gotta Go Bruce. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Derek. Soren, any news on the bank that IPOE is looking to acquire? When they expect the merger to happen? Can't be long now. By the end of the month, and we're waiting for that approval at any moment. Thank you to a nice Spike Mate. Hi, Uncle B. Do you have any advice for a smooth brain that is overexposed to a penny stock, BNGO, after averaging down? The price is still dropping. Cross fingers. Oh, man. You're into penny stock. You are asking for it. You're just asking for it. The only winners on penny stocks are the ones that buy at a penny, 2 or 3. Everyone else is a loser, unless something really extraordinary happens, like beyond. You're just asking for heartache. If you got promoted into a deal and it's gone down on you since you got in, you're the last one in. You were one of the last guys in, or you got too greedy and didn't sell when you should have. So I have no advice. I just don't. Hello. Free thinker. I bet during hearings after 2008 we would hear it. It was people who didn't pay their mortgages' fault. I doubt teaser rates were mentioned. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's amazing. The big firms blame the retail investors. It's all their fault. They're the idiots who paid $239 or $439 for Coinbase. They're the idiots. Yeah, there you go. CDOs or synthetic COOs. Amazon, hard work, reasonable pay, part-time schedule for anyone, everyone. The guy at Corning Glass that solved the fiber optics riddle did it in his spare time on a $75 budget, old style vacuum cleaner. Again, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's about. Soren, ladies and gents, how about smashing that keyboard for Uncle Bruce? More than 1,000 people are watching and only 62 thumbs for Bruce today. Is it that bad? Am I hated that much? Can't be that bad, is it? Let me refresh. I see more than that, don't I? What do we got? 433 thumbs ups I show here. Thank you, everybody, for 433 thumbs ups. We have 23 thumbs downs and 433 on the upside. I appreciate these thumbs ups. If you can get me to 600-700, that would be great. Although theoretically we should get to 1,000 with as many people as here. But, you take what you get when you get it. Thank you all for your support of this channel. I appreciate it. Let's move on here. Back to this area over here. Hang on a second here. What can I do? Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Welcome. And again, thank you those of you who do give me thumbs ups. Retail traders, never mind. You missed my question. The Dow rose 6,000 points in 11 years and rose 14,000 points in 4 years. Your thoughts? Well, yeah, okay. It ran 6,000 points in 11 years, which was a percentage gain of so much. The 14,000 was probably the same percentage gain. It's just now amplified So that's what's going on. Sitting, that was funny. Hey, can you sneak me into Canada? No, I'm serious. Do you have a nice basement with ventilation? Uncle Bruce, are you a golfer? Any good courses in the Creston area? There is a golf course here. I haven't golfed in years. There is a golf course here just south of town. And unfortunately, tough times around here. No tourists all last year. So, yeah, the play was pretty light. Yeah, we got a chainsaw going outside. We hear a chainsaw.
No.
Oh, Al's. Oh, I got my lawn guy here. Oh, beautiful. Al has come by to do our yard. Thank God, it's a mess. Sorry, Brucey, you sound bummed out. It's okay, Ryan. It must be my old iMac from 2020. Frankie, 50 inflation plus high-speed trading on phone apps likely did it. True. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. I like the show as soon as I join. Even if I don't like what Bruce is saying. I like what he's doing anyway. Thank you, folks, for that. And free thinker Mick Jones, exactly. Refreshed help a lot now. You have a 511 in the blink of an eye. I need another drink. Yeah, we got we're over 500 now, isn't it? Yeah, I'm showing 433. Let me refresh mine too. How many thumbs up we got now? 553. Thank you guys for that 553 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in, guys. And let's power up to like 800 or 1,000. That would be beautiful. Very nice of you. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, GameStop right now, 160.36. Nothing going on. Sorry, it's quiet. Creston Chainsaw Massacre. Oh no. Bruce does not cut the grass. I do not cut the grass. I don't have a lawnmower. We don't own one. We've always had Al. Al has looked after my mom's. This is my mom's house. He's looked after the lawn for 15 years. And we don't touch it. It's Al's job. He takes care of it. We pay Al. He loves it. We love it. It's great. And Al is just a super nice guy. Uncle Bruce's clubhouse has a surprise visitor. Okay, Bruce, you pay someone to do your yard, man. That's therapy. What can I say? Yes, Sitting Bull. The Target attempts to scare retail traders for coordination is also disheartening. This kind of shows us how deep the marketing manipulation is out there. Of course not. Ashley, of course not. What do you think? He is a farmer? He doesn't do his lawn. At 5 o'clock, he's got his tuxedo on. I mean, what do you think he is, a farmer? Almost every single small cap is in the red and getting severely hammered. Why the face? How come it doesn't refresh itself when we actually can see Bruce making mouth movements? He's on repeat. Get Al on the air. Let's get Al on the air. Oh my God. Selling my house on that 2-acre lawn. I do not miss that Lifetime Achievement Award. Oh my gosh. I did enough lawn cutting for my parents. My lawn guy's name is Al too. I'm in Toronto. Al really gets around. He's unbelievable. He's got a Lear jet down here at the airport, and he flies in and out, cuts lawns everywhere. It's unbelievable.
I thought it was one of those personal jet machines.
Oh, jetpacks? Not from here to Toronto. Bruce, I hate to break it to you, but Al has 5,000 shares at GameStop, so you're going to have to find a new yard guy real soon. Yeah. Maya says, yes, this and the crying billionaire got me investing in GameStop. I came for the message, and I'm staying for the message and the money, lots of money. Did I say money? Yes. We're loving that. Absolutely. 160, 101 up $1.53 in the aftermarket on GameStop. 160.36 actually. Where are we at now? AMC. What's it doing? AMC at 907, just up 7 cents. So I don't know what's going on about this. The Fed warns asset prices could be vulnerable to significant declines. That's what the Fed is warning. Thanks, Fed. Thanks for throwing cold water on your hot economy. Jen, what is Bruce having for dinner today? What is Bruce having for dinner today?
Breaded chicken fillets cut up on Caesar salad.
That's an idea. Yeah, we also have those pork sausages too. Yeah, we also got those as well. We have options. It's all good. We got good food. There you go. Now Al is famous too. Ha ha. He is. Laugh out loud. Money. Get a hedgie to trim your hedges. There you go. Get a hedgie to trim your hedges. Oh man. Here we go. SEC chiefs warns of growing monopoly power among market makers, retail brokers at GameStop hearing. Yeah, but remember, it's not a GameStop hearing. They're not talking about GameStop. GameStop is not on trial. They've done nothing wrong. GameStop was a victim of shenanigans by Robinhood and others. And that's what that hearing is about, or at least supposedly. It's not GameStop's fault that it was that you couldn't buy the stock for 5 days and it went from 400 to 100. Wasn't GameStop's fault that happened. They didn't do it. This is the great question. Laugh out loud, Bruce. It's like put some sausage on it. It's not a filament of our imagination, or not a figment of imagination. Observe myself. I bet Al gets SPAC recommendations from Bruce. Now, if I give him too many stock tips, he'll make so much money he won't mow my lawn anymore. I gotta keep quiet. Hopefully, he's too busy doing the lawns, he can't watch my show, and he's not aware of all the stock tips. I don't know. Maybe he's not into stock. I don't know. I can't say. Oh gosh. What can I say? Folks, it is what it is. The market is what it is, and that's all she wrote. Another day in paradise. Fed warns of asset could be vulnerable. Asset prices could be vulnerable to slides. Isn't that something? I don't know. Next year, Al will be giving interviews. Bruce and Jen are on a world cruise, but we're here with Al. There you go. I bet he tells him the AMC situation is fortunate. Don't sell out, Al. Don't sell out. Wind is great if you want to kill lots and lots of birds and bats. Read Michael Schellenberger's book, Apocalypse Never. Power, density matters. Nuclear plants are very green. There you go. Observe thyself. What can I tell you? Solar. I think solar is great. I think what would be really great someday is to have battery storage systems in homes where you get electricity produced from your solar panels. The solar panels will evolve. They will evolve to the point where the time will come someday, and maybe it's 5-10 years from now, 20 years from now, but I bet you there'll be one day where the solar panels can absorb enough photons and everything else, and to be so dense that the sun's rays will shine through layer after layer after layer after layer, and that these panels produce more power on one roof than the house can use in 24 hours, and even more, maybe 2 days worth in every day. And that will allow battery storage systems to be charged up at homes from the roof as we're using the power. And there will be a month's worth of power inside battery packs for homes. And the rest of the power can be delivered to the grid if the grid needs it. And we will be energy rich. We'll just be drowning in energy. And we'll power our cars and all of our toys and everything else. And it'll be fabulous. Man, be only one representative aggressively asked questions about Citadel and their wrongdoings during the whole hearing. It was a joke. Interesting. Laughing out loud. Tesla. Al is probably still spying on Bruce. A shill. He's a shill spying on Bruce. Okay. Save a deaths for a terawatt puts rooftop solar above nuclear. Okay. Bruce. What does that say here? Bruce, any thoughts on that 2.2 billion Robinhood fine that supposedly got waived? I have no idea about it. Ferrigan, one day SpaceX will put a man on the sun. I don't think so. Funky, the only problem with nuke is disposing the waste. No good way to do it, but for sure power creation is clean. Is it? Battery tech simply isn't going anywhere, and it's very expensive. Who's Al? When are we all millionaires? That's the question. Tobias H. could be careful, Bruce. Lawn guys are easy to bribe and usually have street fighting experience. Al is suspicious. Watch out for him. What's GameStop showing? I see 160.55. I see 160.35. I'm training up a legion of squirrels to produce my power. Kittil, Uncle Bruce, what do you think about NEL? They build hydrogen stations in Canada now. I don't know. Is that the future? I don't know. Are you kidding? I have a lawn guy, pool guy. Oh, my. On July 18, cruise hasn't been canceled yet. MSC Davina out of Port Canaveral. Hope it happens. TJ Bruce, are you prepared to cover GameStop every day for the next year or more? Well, I've been doing it since January. I'm still here. Jeff Bruce, Dandelion Energy. This company could be the next solar city. Well, we'll find out for that. Condo Al is the man. You can call me Al, Paul Simon. Uncle Bruce, that already exists in sunny Texas. My solar produces at least twice the power I need. Excess goes to Tesla power walls and then discharge some of that energy from the power walls at night. Interesting. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, that it'll become so efficient that even up north, way up here, we will be able to do it. Even further north, it would be great. Funky J Bell. J Ray, we can fit all of the spent fuel currently in creation in one football stadium, and it can be burned in fast reactors. They just bury all the old wind and solar waste now. It's not green. What was Al in jail with Tony? No, not at all. Afternoon, Bruce. I'm just tuning in. Any good GameStop updates? Trading at 160.71. Unfortunately, that's all it's doing. Closed at 161.01 today, and we talked about the credit upgrade that S&P gave it. We like that. I don't understand the problem with nuclear waste. If it's hot enough to still be dangerous, it's hot enough to keep producing power. You're talking about an engineering problem. It's at its core. Plasma fusion is the future. I have a lawn guy too. He's a 12-year-old adolescent that lives in my house. I'm Betty. I'm Betty to the Al. Oh, okay, beautiful. Al is DB Cooper. That. Observers laughing. Al is DB Cooper. Oh my God. I can tell you, Al is. I think Al is in his late 60s now, and he's in unbelievable condition. He's in much better shape than I am. I'll tell you that. He can go and go and go. Gotta check out early. See you all bright and early tomorrow. Maja, you take care. 2.9 million volume squeeze. You know what? I think Al did the lawns of the jail of Tony. I think that he was doing the lawns with the word that where Tony was in jail. Oh man! So I got to do trivia tonight. What kind of trivia questions should I set up for my trivia show tomorrow? You got any suggestions? What kind of topics should I look for trivia questions? Oh, for my sponsor members tomorrow, what should I do? Anybody got any thoughts? I'm working on my GameStop top shell shares. Have to wait soon. Have 10. Funky, fair enough. Well, what happens with emissions from burning spent nuclear waste? Al, for CEO of GameStop, if the lawnmower guy is in a tuxedo, in Asia, the tutors for rich Asian kids are driving Ferraris and Rolls Royces. Well, yeah, he mows lawns, man. Duh. Oh man. Duh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What should I do? Should I do some television trivia? Once in a while, I'll pull out trivia questions like, tell me the most popular television shows on U.S. television on the big three networks from 1965-66. You remember the television shows from 65-66? The most popular at the time? I do stuff like that. And we have fun. Polar bears and squirrels, which is the top apex predator? Laugh out loud. I bet Al is a great man escaper. My ex-father-in-law was a Secretary of Nuclear Energy for the first George W. Bush and the project manager at the Nautilus. I heard a few things. History of the greater Creston area trivia. For your travelers, how about matching weird wildlife to the country it lives in? How about that? Tesla battery packs are expensive, wear out, and require lots of rare materials that are hard and costly to mine. Would be better to have local reservoirs use extra energy to pump water uphill. Nuclear producers waste, but we would eventually figure out how to send it into space. Soren, how many apes can fit into a moon rocket? Or how many mansions can we build on the moon? Can a Lambo drive on the moon's surface? These are good trivia questions. The history of rock trivia. There you go. That's right. The top 100 hits of 1965 or the top 100 of 75, something like that. That's always fun. I don't introduce Al to VR. Don't do it. Have a good evening, Friday. Thank you, Sitting Bull. Olympic trivia. That's another one. We can do a lot of that. Have Al on the air. Trivia. Crazy politicians of the century. Simply put, politicians from so-and-so and from whatever. Last ones would be wrong. Ha ha. John Van, just saying, I started the drinking already. Sharon, it's almost hockey playoff time. One hockey trivia question would be good. John, the Van Man, I'm with you. There you go. Interesting. 160.71, down 30 cents on GameStop. That's what we got going on. AMC right now, by the way, is it doing anything? AMC here is trading at 901. Not doing nothing. Nope, not doing a 10 right now. Nothing on AMC. They did report their first quarter results, though. Those are out. They have posted first quarter results. AMC. Let's see. Are we seeing it anywhere? Let's see. They have put it on the website right over here. Let's see if I can find it for you. I'll tell you what it shows if I can get it. I don't know if we can get it. It's a webcast. I don't want the webcast. I just want the results. They have full release here, Newswire. Maybe I can get it here for us. Here we go. They have brought the numbers out. Still not showing the actual number. They're saying that they've released it, but they're not showing us the actual release. Yeah, what do we got here? It's so blurry, I can't read it. They're saying that they've had a challenging 12 months. Oh, that's an understatement. Truly true. They had a difficult 12 months, definitely. Let's see if I can get it to come up here. What are the results? First quarter. Yeah. I don't think we can get it here. Still not available in writing. I don't know why they're doing this. There's no need to do this. There's every reason to just release the number. Anyway, we're waiting for results of the first quarter. Anyway, there you have it. I think they lost money. I think that's my guess. They lost money in the first quarter. Anyway, why not see how much we know about the Titanic? There's an idea. And ask to list all of the members of Genesis through the years. What are the best grains to make bagels from? Bruce, can you do best shock jock voice? Can you do the best shock jock voice? Oh, man. John Van, we still have to make it tomorrow. Breeds of dogs trivia. I'll be there, says John. How much Bitcoin can fit into the average child's piggy bank? If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, you can call me Al. How about that? Stockmarkets with Bruce, what price per barrel will get AB firing up on their tire sands action? All the John Cougar Mellencamp's different names, or how about his hits? Is there a drinking game planned for tomorrow as well? I suspect after the market closes for the last hour of the session tomorrow, there may well be a libation contest going on with this channel in mind. Wonders of the modern world. Best rivers to park your van in by 80s sitcom trivia. Final hour drinking game sounds pretty good for tomorrow. Sydney. Best camping beaches trivia. Marlo, or best rivers to park down by. Tony P, 43 and no kids. I'm 43, 2 boys, and baseball every day. Life's crazy. Where do I go to find the rules of the game? Tobias, where do you find the rules of the game? Is it on my Reddit page? Is it on the Reddit page for Stock Markets with Bruce? I think it might be. Might also be on the Discord thing. To observe thyself. Tobias probably left. I'll be driving by all day tomorrow to visit my parents, but we'll be listening to whatever hilarity happens. Some name capitals and countries trivia would be hard for most. Oh, that dog breed would be fun. Has Bruce brought a new chair yet? No, he hasn't. How many folks here also sub with TWB? How many folks are subscribers of Traveling with Bruce also with this channel? That's a good question. Go Doge, go. Drinking with Bruce. Go Doge and BTT. Ashley, South Padre. Bruce has enough for a chair, maybe a new couch. Yes, there's the Stock Markets with Bruce Reddit page. You can check it out there. You might find the rules there. It's on the Reddit page and Discord. There you go. And on Discord. Okay, it was really scary when one of the representatives of Congress warned that retail is about to learn a lesson when we return to a bear market. Sounds like the 1% are planning to crash the market. Which movie is better, Life of Brian or The Holy Grail? Which one do you think, Jennifer? Search for the Holy Grail or Life of Brian? They're both excellent. They're both 10s. Results are she's really prego and ready to pop. Houston, we need a no-go for launch. Let's go. I don't know what this is about. David Hartcool, I'll look it up. When I say burned, I meant consumed to make power in the reactor, not actually burned. Sorry for the confusion. Be careful going to dodge into that. It's mainly owned by a Robinhood, and they need cash. Why you can't sell when it peaks, you know what I mean? John, Bruce, structural differences between ocean liners and cruise ships. Ocean liners have a hull that can probably go through an iceberg, where cruise ships will be torn apart. That's the very least of the differences. He was referring to GameStop, folks. Best camping beach is the Navarre Beach Marine Park. Absolutely gorgeous. Chris Sweeney, this is a hard question. Ashley, never been to Never Beach. I'm going Holy Grail. That's my guess. West Philadelphia, born and raised on playground is where I spent most of my days. Holy Grail, easy. Life of Brian. Today is Willie Mays' 90th birthday. Maybe a great home run hitter's trivia question. There you go. What piece of furniture are we subsidizing tomorrow during the game? I need a hot tub. I need a new hot tub. I need to remodel my bathroom to have a hot tub and put a steam room in. Funky bell. Neat. It's the shoe. No, it's the gourd. I don't know what this means. Paramania, nope. I don't know. Anyway, we need to remodel this house, Jen says, or sell it. I don't know. AMC is sitting at 909. Not doing very much right now. 909 a share is where it's at. Okay. So we got. What other comments are coming through here? And let's see here. Oh my gosh, never been. Let's go. That comment warning not to give Al a VR helmet is in reference to the movie The Lawnmower Man. Oh, I see. Bruce, if the market crashes, would it be wise to buy puts all over the place and try to capitalize on the downturn? Yeah, it'd be a good move. Hi, Sharon from Gregory. John Van, I'm in a pickle. My wife showed me a metal peacock decor. Now I'm getting it. Hello, Mother's Day idea. I wasn't listening. I don't know where to find it. Oh, you're in trouble now. T-Bone, Uncle Bruce, have you heard on social media a practice known as eating high meat? And they eat raw meat for several months over the year before eating it. Yuck! I don't know anything about that. What I miss? Something gross. Bear market means great prices. That's right. My son's middle name is Brian, in homage to Life of Brian. First movie that Kevin and I went to together. Waterwick? Is there a Waterwick? We sim. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school, says Bick. Sit and Bull, keep supporting this channel. The orange carpet and wooden paneling needs replacing. There you go. Sounds like a doo-doo to me, says Blair. $9 on AMC in the aftermarket. 161.01 on the after hours on GameStop. Quiet session this afternoon. Not much going on here. Not much happening. What can I say? Oh, I heard that as eating high thigh meat. I don't know what this means. Seen the movie The Big Short? Oh yes, many a time. Good movie. Very, very good movie. Last night for fun, Jen and I watched Ocean's 11 with Brad Pitt and George Clooney and the guys. Fun, just a fun movie, really, and just enjoyable. I think tonight we might watch Ocean's 12. Who knows? Then maybe we'll watch 13 another time. Who knows? Anna B, for trivia, add to the TV show's game matching the main characters' names to the actresses who played them. We've done that. I do that. Best bet here in Quebec, every grocery store sells horse meat. Sitting Bull, just kidding. I remember that from the 70s. Says Sitting Bull. What's this? Rabbit needs to add. What can I say to the drinking game? And Julia Roberts as well. Yeah, Julia Roberts and Elliot Gould. And what a cast that was in Ocean's 11. Wasn't it a great cast? The just recently deceased, Dick Van Dyke Show creator, Meathead's father in real life, Rob Reiner. Carl Reiner was in the Ocean's 11. And that movie was put together by a fellow who had a cameo in that movie. What was his name again? Oh gosh, I love this guy. He just passed away in 2015. It's on the tip of my tongue. What's that guy's name that he had? He was a cameo in the movie yesterday. The creator of the movie, and he put together Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12. Weintraub. What's his first? Jeff or Jerry Weintraub? Jerry Weintraub. If you ever get a chance to see a documentary called My Way on HBO, it's a documentary called My Way on HBO. It's all about Jerry Weintraub. It's the story of his life. You will love it. You will not be able to stop watching this show. It's about an hour and a half long, maybe hour and 3/4 long. Story of his life, and all kinds of Hollywood people and entertainers are talking about him, and he talks about himself. This movie was made back in about 2010, a documentary of his entire lifetime, and he was a promoter who convinced Elvis Presley, the manager of Elvis Presley, Colonel Tom Parker, to allow him to book Elvis in stadiums. Before Jerry Weintraub, Elvis would only play small theaters, like 2,000 people, 3,000 people. Jerry Weintraub convinced Colonel Tom Parker that Elvis could sell out 25,000 people venues, no problem. 15, 20,000 seating arenas. He would make it happen, and he tried for I think a year or two to try to convince the Colonel Tom Parker to work with him, to work a deal. And finally, the Colonel called him up one day and said, "Here's the deal. You come up with $1 million cash up front as a guarantee for Elvis, and you got a deal. I will have Elvis available to you to book him into stadiums." And this guy now needed to come up with $1 million, and he didn't have $1 million. He didn't have a pot to pee in. And he went to a couple of money guys that he knew and told them that he was going to be managing Elvis's, putting together a road trip for Elvis for massive stadiums. And he put together $1 million. And he had to go to a bank, and he had to go to a bank to accept a wire transfer. And he had long hair at the time. He was a young man. And he went to the teller and ended up visiting the manager and told him what he was doing. The manager was looking at him, but he gave him the wiring coordinates, and sure enough, the money arrived. And the guy got clearance to give him $1 million. They gave him $1 million in a briefcase. And he goes to Colonel Tom Parker with $1 million cash on him, and comes into Colonel Tom Parker's office, and he opens up the briefcase and puts it on his desk and says, "Here's $1 million for Elvis." The Colonel goes, "You got a deal. I'll deliver Elvis. You deliver $1 million. I will deliver Elvis." This is 1972, 3, 4, I don't even know. And sure enough, they put together a road trip for Elvis Presley across America to play stadiums. And he didn't sell out every one of them, but he did sell out a bunch of them. And as the concerts grew, they got even better and better and better. And apparently, the story goes that on the last concert, the last night of the last concert, Colonel Tom Parker and this guy are standing off stage watching Elvis perform to 20,000 people. Crowd's going nuts, and Parker says to him, "Come with me. I want to show you something." And they go backstage to a room. There's this room that's all locked up, and there's a security guard on the outside of the room, and sees Colonel Parker come up. He says, "Open the door," and he unlocks the door, and they go inside the room. And inside the room is this big dining table, and on top of the dining table is this mountain of money. It's a mountain of cash. And it's $1 bills, $5 bills, $10 bills, $20 bills, just a mountain. It's humongous. Money's falling off the table onto the floor. That's how much money is there. And Weintraub was looking at the money, and he's looking at Colonel Tom Parker and saying, "What's this?" And the Colonel says, "This is the cash that we hauled in on the tour, selling all these Elvis programs and T-shirts and keychains and Elvis photos and Elvis everything, all the goodies that we." He said, "Wow, that's pretty impressive." He says, "Well, I got something to tell you." He says, "What do you got?" He says, "Well, Elvis and I are so pleased, and we're so happy with what you've done for us, and you've changed his life, and you've just revitalized him. Half of this is yours." And I figured I would divvy it up. I'll do the divvying up, and you can pick the half you want. "Oh, okay. How are you going to do it?" He says, "Well, I figured I'll use my cane," because Colonel walked around with a cane. So he took his cane, went to the middle of the table, and slammed the cane down on the money, and just kept chopping at it until he got the money divided into two halves. And then Weintraub's, I'll take that half, you take that half, and this half is for Elvis and the Colonel, and this half is for Jerry Weintraub. He said, we spent an hour gathering up the money. He said, that's the kind of guy that Colonel Tom Parker was to me. That's the kind of relationship I had with him. No written contract, just a handshake deal. And we were friends the rest of our lives. I tell you, unbelievable. Anyway, Jerry Weintraub ended up managing Frank Sinatra, John Denver, Neil Diamond. He was an unbelievable entrepreneur, and he put together Ocean's 11. He put that movie together, and he convinced George Clooney and Brad Pitt and all the guys to get into that movie. And what he did was he would call George Clooney and say, George, I've got the rights to Ocean's 11, and Brad Pitt's doing it, and I need you to say yes. And George Clooney's going, well, if Brad's doing it, I'm doing it. Okay, good. I'll get back to you. He calls Brad Pitt, says, hey, Brad, I got the rights to Ocean's 11. George Clooney's doing it if you're doing it. Are you in? Well, if George's doing it, I'm doing it. And he did that with everybody. And he did that for Oceans 12 and 13. And the guys knew it. They started talking to each other and said, did you get a phone call from Weintraub telling you that he does it, that you'll do it, that I do it? If he does, oh, yeah, he does it all the time. He said, I love Jerry. I'll do anything for Jerry. Everyone said, I'm doing it. And that's how he put the cast together, because Jerry Weintraub called. And they would do anything for Jerry. Everybody loved Jerry. The show is called My Way. I don't know where you'll find it. Maybe on YouTube, maybe on an HBO channel where you can see anything you want. Check out that show, Jerry Weintraub. He does a cameo appearance in Oceans 11, 12, and 13, like a one-liner, two-liner. And he did a cameo in the movie The Firm with Tom Cruise. He was the guy in the Cayman Islands that Tom Cruise and Gene Hackman, the characters from The Firm, they flew down to the Cayman Islands to meet this guy to help him with his taxes. And he had a scene with Tom Cruise and Gene Hackman for about a 2-minute scene. And he was in that movie as well.
Didn't
Jerry
he also
Weintraub.
have a very particular living arrangement?
He had a phenomenal, not a living arrangement. He had a phenomenal wife/mistress arrangement. Phenomenal.
Didn't they all live on the same
No,
estate?
no, they didn't live in the same house, but he had a he is a god. He is godlike, and you've got to watch this show. You got to see to learn about this man. He died in 2015 at age 77. He had a full life. I would love to have met this guy, but man, oh man, what a character! You can thank him for Oceans 11, 12, and 13 if you enjoyed any of those movies. Anyway, there you go. Interesting guy, really interesting guy. Amazing cast for that movie. Let's see. Yes, that was an amazing, great story about Jerry Weintraub spelling Colonel Parker and Elvis. Yep. Fun fact: Pitt loves eating and always is eating in every scene. Exactly. In Ocean's 11, he's eating in every scene. It's hilarious. You start noticing it. Oh yeah, he's eating in every scene. I can't believe it. Yep. Yes, sir. Somewhere I have an Elvis albums, a box of Elvis albums which have never been opened. Mon bought 2 of each and opened one while keeping the other sealed. Have seen the box in years, but it's here somewhere. I got it here somewhere. Oh my gosh. The first rule about Friday afternoon is we don't talk about Friday afternoon. There you have it. Yep. Anyway, Jerry Weintraub. What a guy. 160.59 on GameStop. Nothing going on today on the aftermarket. 15,000 volume. AMC 898 in the aftermarket. 899. Nothing's going on. So nothing to get all excited about here. From what I can tell you, excuse me, just double check here. The results have come out apparently, and I can't find them. But anyway, nothing happening with the stock. Cool Clooney story. He would send letters to celebrities with Brad Pitt's letterhead and didn't tell anyone for years. He sent Meryl Streep dialect tapes from Brad, and neither knew that they were from George. He's a practical joker, that guy. Exactly. That's a cool story, Bruce. Jen's Bruce is talking about a threesome. I am, but it's not. It wasn't a threesome. Yeah, you can talk all he wants, but nothing's happening. But Jerry had a very unique relationship with his wife, and then with his mistress, and they knew each other, and it all turned out to be cool, and the family was cool, and with all the friends it was cool, and all these friends go, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he did it. It was like 15 years. It was cool. Everybody was cool with it. I don't know how he did it. Anyway, Bruce, a fun fact. My son's buddy's dad was Clooney's roommate in college. Oh, man. Prawns, nachos come to mind. Okay. I like the movie that George Clooney did called Good Night and Good Luck, which it was shot in black and white, so it was a period piece, and it was all about Morrow, Bob Morrow, the newsman, and the earliest superstar of news before Walter Cronkite, I believe, on CBS. The George with George Paley and these others. That was a great movie. Really enjoyed it. Let's see here. So he says, "I will learn this man's tactics." Good luck with that. He cool, Bunny. Be cool, Bunny. Be cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie that Clooney did. I know that Clooney had made a deal with Hollywood, some studios, that he would do one particular movie if he could then do this movie. And so he made one movie for the bucks, and then he made this movie, which is a passion project of his. And I'm so glad he did. I haven't been able to find it lately, but yeah, good night and have a pleasant tomorrow, or something, or good night and good luck, I think is what it is. Good night and good luck. And it was centered around the communist scare, the Red Scare, all about the senator from Wisconsin that raised a whole bunch of crap back in the 50s and put a lot of people on blacklists and all that stuff. Excuse me. That was a great movie. Really well done. Oh my gosh, how are we doing? We're down to 4 minutes and this show's over. We're down here 160.67 on the stock. And tomorrow we'll be on again first thing in the morning, 1 hour before the opening, as we always are. And we'll cover the markets for you. And then tomorrow afternoon, get ready tomorrow afternoon. We close the market, and then there's 1 hour after the close where there's a libation game going on. A look out for that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. Oh my God, Jen has to go to the liquor store, she says. Oh my goodness gracious. She's got to get ready for the libation game too. Bruce, what is your take on the hearing today? What should we take away from it in plain English? You know what? I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen a full recap on it. I'm gonna have to read up on it and let you know tomorrow what I think. But if it goes the way they go, it's a bunch of hot air, a bunch of hooey, and very few people ask serious questions of these guys that we really want to get to, and it's really unfortunate. It's such a PR show. It's a stunt, and it's always disappointing. Thanks, Uncle B. See you, Mana. Until tomorrow, have a wonderful time. Thank you, Soren. Thank you, all of you, for being here today. Those of you who've joined this channel as a new member, thank you for joining this channel. Those of you who have renewed your memberships, thank you for doing that and hanging out with this family of ours. Appreciate you all very much, and hope you enjoyed today's show. Hope you learned something new today during the two shows. Bro, it's all about Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? A great movie with those guys. Yes, another great movie. Ashley, have a good night, folks. Thanks, Bruce, to Jen. Thank you, Ashley. Have a nice night all. See you, Mana. Lance, you take care. And thank you, all of you who've been here already today. Those who are watching on rerun, thank you. Appreciate all of you being around. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Once on second thought, I have to do the math first. What is more time? 19 minutes twice a day or 6 days out of a month? Doesn't check out. Not sure what this means. I'm not sure what you're doing. John, another great one. Thank you. Manana. Thank you as always, Uncle Bruce. Have a great one, everybody. Thank you, Drew. Sharon, have a great night too. And you, Jen, thank you. Say too. David Hart, thanks, buddy. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. You got to observe thyself. Anna B, you betcha. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Bruce. Emmeline just bought 500 IPOE. Wahoo! Shannon Atkinson just became a member right at the end of this show. How about that, Shannon? thank you for joining us. You get to use emojis. You'll get to make comments here, and of course, you'll get updates from time to time for members only when we have new stock news for you. Thank you, Shannon, for joining this channel. That's awesome. Valerie Martinez, bye. Thank you, Emlyn. A good way to end the day. New member, you'll love that. Welcome, Shannon. Welcome, Shannon. Welcome and goodbye, Shannon. Welcome. Welcome. See you tomorrow. Welcome, Shannon. Have a great, have a good one, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. Welcome. We like you a lot, Shannon. Thank you. Goodbye, Gregory. And Black X Pink, bye-bye. Way to go, guys. Thanks for welcoming Shannon to the club, the newest, latest, greatest member of this channel as this membership continues to grow out. Thank you, everybody, so much. Welcome, Shannon from Ashley. All righty, I'm done. We're finished. 3, 2, 1. 2 hours. The show's done. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow morning, first thing. Talk to you later. Bye for now.